Welcome, I'm Tracy Pa with another episode of Scope. For the past 9 years, the people of Hanuabada in Central Province have been without the support of police. This follows the alleged shooting death of 2 men by police in 2014. It's now a thing of the past. Police are now back policing the big village following a week-long awareness on law and order, especially the production and sale of homebrew. The awareness and handover of homebrew making appliances signified the start to police service in Hanuabada Village. It has been a long 9 years since police services reached Hanuabada Village. Police had their hands tied for 9 years and could not provide policing service to the city's biggest modern village because of a shooting incident allegedly involving members of the force in 2014. With that matter resolved, City Metropolitan Superintendent Silver Sika initiated a plan that would see police presence return to Hanuabada, and that began with a week-long awareness on law and order. Sika said police reports over the 9 years revealed some of the most disturbing law and order issues relating to the consumption of illicit spirits and homebrew. Sika saw the need to have police presence in village to address and curb these criminal activities. The awareness began Monday 30th October and ended Friday 3rd November. It aimed at informing the general public and the people of Hanuabada that there will be an enforcement team that will be effecting arrest on those involved in the production, sale and distribution of illicit spirit. The program was supported by church leaders and village leaders of Hanuabada, who said they had witnessed enough crime and violence behavior without law enforcement support. On Saturday, 4th November, Sika was in Hanuabada village to witness the handover of homebrew making equipment. He also told the villagers that 9 years is a long time to go without police service. He said police can no longer stand outside to allow crime to rule.
So many years, to be exactly 9 years, the aftermath of the incident which occurred in the 2014, and it became a no-go zone area for Hanuabada for police to come in here. Today I'm so grateful that we've come a journey of 9 years, and also since taking up as a Metsup early this year. And it came into a notable situation for Hanuabada village that became so fragmented, complacent with the law, and they compromised with the law in the real time. And it's a cry from right deep down from the heart that they've expressed. And they want a total change or complete change in this village, Hanuabada. And they want to allow us, the national police, to come in and police on those illegal activities in here. And we've already promised to them, we've assured them that we will work with our MK police, we'll work with everyone and the leaders to change this place.
Sika said the people of Hanuabada are governed by the law of Papua New Guinea. They must be protected by these laws and also answer to these laws should they break it.
In part of it, we decided to build a police post in Hanuabada. Currently it's a peaceful building with a PNG flag to make that popular to Papua New Guineans and Hanuabada that the rule of law is here as well. So in the midst of the village that's devastated by all this lawlessness in the village.
Sika added that a police station was established 3 months prior to the week-long program. On Monday, 6 November, police began effecting arrest on those still producing homebrew, selling and distributing. Police are applying Distillation Act of 1995 to arrest and charge these persons. The charge has a penalty fee of 5,000 kina. Community leader Ted Meir said the community has suffered long enough. They now welcome police presence. They also proposed for an MOU between police and the village to ensure the safety and absolute trust in the conduct of police officers when providing service to Hanuabada, because they are concerned about the well-being of their people, especially with police brutality.
Time, they do something. They in the past there was always talk. and nothing has eventuated. And for us to see the medsup coming down here and hearing it straight from his mouth, that shows us that things will happen in our community. About MOU is because there are a lot of sentiments expressed by the community in terms of trust and confidence in the police. And you can understand a couple of shootings that took place in the past. Those sort of resentments are still in people's mind. And so when we're talking about police coming to our presence, there are a lot of questions. And the other obvious question that they ask is, when are they going to settle these outstanding, people that have been victimized due to police brutality and all this.
Meanwhile, United Church Reverend Hovia Mia said church will work closely with police by taking a holistic approach to combat law and order issues in the village. Mia said the church is in the process of establishing a workshop to engage youths in lifestyle activities.
In fact, this is something that we've been praying for, and what has happened today has taken a step forward for us as we continue to try and maintain peace and goodwill among our people. And we are trying to work out some kind of alternatives, especially those who are producing the firewara and selling drugs and all this. We're trying to get them together, and maybe in a month's time, in 2 weeks' time, the church is going to be organizing a workshop. And this workshop is aimed at getting all these people together and giving them some kind of a basic training as to how to cook and all this. And
the aftermath of the awareness resulted in the halt of selling of homebrew, with the villagers embracing the change they longed for 9 long years. When we come back, Sinesine Yongomugl District powers on with much-needed infrastructure development in the education sector to enhance quality of learning for its students. Over the last 10 years, the education facilities of Sinesine Yongomugl District in Chimbu province have improved well, with much-needed basic infrastructure development that is crucial for enhancing the quality of learning. This next story is shared by the District Development Authority in the hope that it can inspire other districts as well as garner support in the space of education to improve even more the academic performance of its local student population.
Education remains a priority for the Sinesine Yongomugl District under the leadership of local MP and Minister for Petroleum Keringa Kua. Over the last 10 years, the education facilities of SSY in Chimbu province has improved with much-needed basic infrastructure development crucial for enhancing the quality of learning. Records show that the education sector in the district has 64 elementary schools, 21 primary schools and 4 high school and secondary schools fully operational to date. All the schools have access to adequate resources and supportive learning environments that have had significant impact on students' academic performance and success. Bimai, Suai and Ku High Schools and Moina Secondary School, as well as the Chimbu Teachers College and all the primary schools in the district, have access to permanent classrooms, libraries, science and computer labs, teachers' houses, dining halls, and other basic support services such as school vehicles and water supply. Also, students are privileged to have access to annual protein funds from the district administration. KUA believes that well-fed students perform better academically. The district is honored to establish the Chimbu National Technical College, an initiative of the local MP. 5 million kina was made available by the Office of the Member as a land acquisition payment to the 87 landowners of Mauro community in Tabare LLG this year as an investment to expanding education opportunities. Given these advantages, prioritizing improvements in education facilities is necessary towards building a more knowledgeable and prosperous society. Mr. Kua said the call to prioritize education came from the transformative ideology behind the late Sir Kondo Magando and the late Sir Kobale Kale.
First time through, you may put him education was a priority. Still education put him number one priority. I mean not in blow me. Hey, me go back. Lord Pava blow you me. Lord start lo obat blow you me. As a nation, start one them Kondo Magando. You blow in talk play ma. And talk play me go same. Now me no saw talk peace in. Me no saw good lo talk English. Me no have seen down na kaya good one you blah. But behind not picking any blow me by come. Now this is not time. By blah sit down good. By blah talk English. By blah kaya no one blah table. By blah talk funny. By blah laugh. Talk blow Kondo Magando and Sana Paul Sam. Now minimum one him. A minimum same. Me no got sawe, me no got education. But one day education by governor by changing.
Simbu Provincial Education Advisor Kutna Bebwick commended Mr. Kua for prioritizing education in the district during the groundbreaking ceremony of the proposed Chimbu National Technical College last month.
Honorable Karanga Kua, thank you for prioritizing education. You look Sawe Peninsula wonders education by walking blood people blow you. Thank you, true. You support them all schools, blow me blow. What the planting money to mass. Lord develop him infrastructure, blow schools. Lord sit down him some blow, picking in the blow SSY. Now you know this latter soul. This la Polytech is a national institution. But you put them low ground blow me blow. Sinesine Yongomugl is privileged to have this gift.
Kua also thanked the Chimbu Provincial Education Board for collaborating with provincial leaders to promote quality education in the province.
Some of us are looking about provincial Department of Education. All is all true. Lot talk people on political leadership level. Lot promoting education also priority. Lot Chimbu. Also upholding, now also implementing, also working go through. So law education, Lot Chimbu me looking people still go past yet.
He said education in the province is progressing well amidst many challenges, including having only human resources to contribute to the nation's economy. Kua stressed on this point, saying Chimbu must cultivate and take good care of its human resource so that ownership of resources remain in the hands of its owners while Chimbu helps to manage it.
The next story discusses how to address the cycle of violence among students. Duaru MB is leading the school counseling approach for teachers in Ley Morobe province at the moment. MB believes that instead of punishing students, they should be counseled to understand the repercussions of their mistakes. School fights are disruptive and point to a lack of discipline among students. While many call for tougher penalties to be implemented in schools, Duaru MB is addressing this cycle of violence by equipping teachers through the school counselors program. He believes that helping students realize their mistakes and the repercussions of their decisions is the best approach and will mold them into becoming better citizens in future.
Duaro MB is the non-formal school coordinator of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in Morobe province. He says while he does not have the answer to solving school fights, he plays his part by supporting good initiatives that could address this disruptive behavior among students. And one of them is school-based counseling, which aims to empower teachers with skills necessary to guide students away from violence. He believes the best way to help students is by helping them realize their mistakes and understand the repercussions of their decisions instead of penalizing them. MB recently facilitated a school counselors training at the ELC PNG AMPO headquarters in Leh, where 20 teachers were trained by the Digital Foundation's Men of Honor program manager, Stanley Bakere, who taught them how to screen for alcohol and drug abuse and to develop simple treatment plans for users.
Substance abuse is another instigator of violence in schools. So I invited him that he could help our school-based counselors, the skills and the know-how of how to identify and counsel the students with drug and alcohol issues.
Change to come about both for teachers and students.
It was very empowering because the current threat to peace is drug and alcohol, and we can see it, they're evident everywhere. And very, very few people who have the skill to help other people with that problem. And we were very blessed to have the trainer from Digital Foundation to pass on these skills to our counselors, teacher counselors, and they were so appreciative. And it also passed on to me that I've achieved my dream in one way by completing this training.
MB believes there are no good or bad people. There are just people who are caught in situations and try to make the most of it. The same principle applies to students. Challenges at home, whether financial issues, domestic violence, abuse, separation, or divorce, significantly affect students' performance in school, including their behavior. MB, who has been running the school-based counselors training since 2015, said while principals may want to remove these bad apples, he teaches teachers and chaplains to do the opposite.
School counseling is something that is an integral part of the school because that's where the young human beings are gathering. So there has to be a fair support, just like any academic lessons. The counseling should have the same attention, the support. So the counselor's duty is to maintain student attendance and well-being so that they perform the expectation of the school. We cannot train the next generation if we have 50% of them coming out on the street and only 50% going up the ladder, and gradually only 5 or 10% end up getting what they want and the rest is back on the street and into the community.
Because of his efforts, he was one of 3 ambassadors selected from Momase region for Digital Foundation's 2023 7th season of Men of Honor Awards, and he was also the Unsung Hero recipient. MB started the training program in 2015, while the first school-based counselors training was conducted in 2016, which was attended by 32 teachers and chaplains. He estimates that over 100 school counselors have been trained. However, their issue now is monitoring and supporting those already trained, as school administrations and the responsible education agencies do not see the importance of school counseling. MB said this is why they have been trying to get the education departments to realize the importance of counseling in schools and assist in terms of logistics or creating a paid position in every school.
Until next Sunday, I'm Tracy Pa. Good night.